Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm in Aston. This is the first time I've been here, so if you're from Aston, say hello in the comments. First time I'm here. I'm here because I hear this restaurant, Grillz, do some great grilled food. So we're gonna head inside, we're gonna check it out. I've been to the gym, I fancy some protein. I hear this is the place to go. Grillz. Let's check these guys out. So this is my first little look. It looks nice inside. Let's go inside. This looks nice. Guys, there's no one in here, so I think this is the perfect time to show off the restaurant. It's kind of fancy, kind of snazzy. Because I've come at a time where it's a bit quiet, I feel like I can show the restaurant off to you. It's a good chance for me to do that. So really good seating, but they've got upstairs, and I hope no one's up there because I always try not to get people in camera, you know? Like I try not to do that. If I do, I just delete the clip, usually, or I ask. But let's show. Downstairs was lovely, and they've got a really nice amount of seating up here as well. I like the logo. This is lovely, guys. Oh, look at this. That is the biggest booth, like this way, I've ever seen. Love it in here. Love how quiet it is as well. I've literally just come as they open, so I'm going to try and get my food and start the review. I fancy some grilled food. Guys, I'm going to flex my review muscles and I'm going to move this. Okay, it's too heavy. I was going to move that table. Joking. I'm gonna ask first. I'm not just gonna move it because I feel like I'm gonna get lots of food, so I need the surface area to accommodate this need. All my years in the gym and I can't move a table. There we go. Here we go. This is much better. So this way I've got more surface area for my food. Because we're gonna be ordering today, guys. I fancy lots of stuff and lots of good stuff. But if you're new to the channel, I've got lots of videos for the Birmingham area, not so many for Aston, but who knows, maybe I'll expand that. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you like this kind of foodie content. Guys, so the second that I heard about Keema Nachos, this is one of the best fusion invention starters that even exists in UK menus. I've had these a few times, Keema Nachos, and I love them. Let me give you a better look at these. Like, I like nachos anyway, and I like chili anyway. But Keema blows chili out the water for me. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get the crispiest one with some cheese on it, with a bit of salsa, with some of this lamb mince, and a jalapeno, because like an all-encompassing bite, guys. We've actually got other starters coming too, but I'm kind of glad this one came first. Let's try it. I will say it again. Keema Nachos are the best fusion starter in any restaurant. You got the spicy mince, you got the acidity from these little bad boys, you've got the crunchy nachos. Great start, but I'm really here for the really meaty dishes. This I think will make a great sharer in the middle of your table. Guys, a little bit of a surprise for you and for me. This place is called Grillz, so I am gonna get a steak. But if I see a curry anywhere, I'm gonna try it because I want to kind of put it to the test. And I hear actually that the curries are really nice. This is called a lamb Bunner. I'll be honest with you guys, presentation wise, they've nailed it. They've nailed it. It smells good. I like that there's not too much oil. Sometimes curries, you know, they can have that film of oil on the top. This does not look like that. This looks like it's meaty and flavorful. What I'm gonna do, right, that looks all pretty, right? But let's mess it up a little. Let's mix it up a little bit, guys, just to give you some shots of this. And something to note is I'm in Grillz in Aston, but they've actually got a branch, Grillz, in Birmingham on Ladypool Road, actually. But I'll put the details of that in the description if you want to know where they are, where I am now, and the other branch as well. But let's break off this fresh naan. And I like the little bit of butter on the naan. Little touches like that are always nice. And let's actually get into this lamb Bunner. I'm gonna try this because this has got one of the nicest smells on a curry I've smelled in an incredibly long time. Let's give it a go. I know I said I came here for steak. And I'm gonna get steak, I promise. But I would say that is probably the best lamb Bunner I think I've had in my entire life. That is actually delicious. And I did not, honestly, I'm as surprised as you are. I'm gonna have to drop it. Guys in the comments, what do I drop if something gets a 9 out of 10 or above? A HEYMAN. This has got one of the nicest flavor profiles. It's very deep, it's very rich. The spice coming through, but not too spicy. The lamb is like soft, but still got a bite and texture to it. And I think it's got the perfect amount of like meat to actual gravy, because sometimes it's all gravy with one piece of meat, sometimes other way around. This is a really good balance between those. And we've got this fresh made naan as well. The naan is tasty too. That is tasty, but honestly, man, if you're coming here, I know it's a grill place, I haven't had the other food yet, but get the lamb boona. Even if you get it in the middle of the table and you all pick at it, someone in your group order the boona. But I think what we're gonna do is move on, sadly, because I could stay with that and just eat that for the whole meal. Sadly, I'm gonna move on to give you guys a little view of the other stuff on the menu. So this is called the kebabish. I knew I wanted this straight away, so we've got some thick cut doner. I think this has been like grilled and sauteed with like onions. You've got chicken there. They've got their own sauce, which I cannot wait to try, and a good portion size. And then we've got this ribeye steak with a bit of garlic infused butter, I believe, on top. We've got some peppercorn sauce and some steak cut chips. This looks good. This is going to be good for me, I can already tell. Do you not think some food just has like a really pretty look to it? Like, you know, like visually appealing. Like steak always looks good. I love steak, but like, you know, this doesn't it look like a painting on a canvas, if that kind of makes sense. We've got the colors pop in, the food looks good, there's contrast between the different things. I don't know if I'm just talking right now. I'm very excited. Okay, I think I'm gonna actually go for the kebabish first, because it just, the smells are coming up, man, and it smells great. And then as I was doing that, guys, the next stuff has actually come. So let me show you this. So we've got some chops, which you can see right here. And then I think that's laying on top of some peri chicken, and we've got strawberry mojito. Do you know what, guys? I'll be honest, I love mocktails, I love fruity drinks. I feel like they just add a little bit extra than just like a can of Coke and a Fanta or a Tango when you go to like a nice restaurant. If I was going and getting like a, I don't know, like a normal burger, I'll just grab a Pepsi or whatever. But if I'm going to a nice restaurant, I quite like fancy drinks. I feel like they show a bit of care and attention, you know? I quite enjoy that. But talking of care and attention, let me just show you this one more time. You gotta see this one more time. So we're gonna have this first. And I quite like that it's literally a plate of meat. I quite like that. So let's give this a go. Actually, there's a little side salad next to it, but you guys know what I mean. So I'm gonna try the doner first. And this is in their own sauce, so I'm not totally sure what to expect. I would ask for the secret recipe, but I feel like they're probably not gonna give it to me, so let's try it. That's very hard to describe, and I'll tell you why. The doner meat is thick cut, it's really nice. You can taste like the quality of the doner meat. It's not like cheap, it's like proper doner meat. But the sauce is the star, because the sweetness that comes through, there's a bit of spice that comes through, there's like a little peppery kick that comes through as well. It's almost indescribable, but I really enjoyed it. And I think, honestly, yeah, this is on the menu, this is just me talking. Get the naan, yeah? Get the doner, put it in there, and that will be probably the best kebab that you'll have in Birmingham. Honestly, just mix this up, right? And you will like this. But what I'm gonna do next, guys, I'm gonna actually try the chicken. This is all sort of grilled, I think, together, so it should have the same sauce. I can't help but think with chips, I might make my own kebab later. What I might do is have a bit of this naan, which is really nice, and some chips as well. Put that all together, and you cannot go wrong with that kebab. So I've just checked, guys. This is the medium flavor. You can get it stronger. Personally, I would stick to this because I still think there's kick, but sweetness comes through, and I can taste the lamb, I can taste the chicken, I can taste the elements. That's how I would have it. But obviously, if you're like a proper, you know, like spice head, you can obviously up that. But for me, if that's medium, that would be perfect. So this is the ribeye. I think that's a good size. Honestly, I can't tell just on like the eyeball test how many ounces that is, but it looks like a very good size to me. And you got a good portion of steak cut chips. And then we've got the peppercorn sauce with a little bit of a side salad as well. Guys, so this is £15.95 as of today's date. That's honestly unbelievable value. Obviously assuming it tastes good, right? But just on the eye test, a lot of places will charge chips separately, salad separately, sauce. Many places will charge that separately. That's quite common. So for £16.95 for this entire plate, I think just price-wise, that is an absolute bargain. But if I don't like the way it tastes, then it's not a bargain. So it's all on the taste. It's all on the taste. Let's cut into steak. Now, I like my steak medium. How are you guys having it? What are we thinking? Generally, the better the quality of meat, the less I like it cooked. There's like a general rule. But with ribeye, I pretty much always get medium. But if I have like a fillet, it'll probably be medium rare. It just kind of depends. But how are you guys having your steak? Visually, that looks absolutely perfect to me. I think that's cooked exactly to order. But I'm always interested how you guys like your steak. I think a lot of people have like well, particularly a lot of my audience. But if you tried medium well and then medium once, I think a lot of you will be converted, but that's a different conversation. Let's try this steak. Very indulgent, very buttery. I feel like that might have been basted with maybe butter and garlic, possibly. It's giving it a really, really nice taste. The quality of the steak is very high as well. Honestly, I can't believe this is $15.95. I've been to restaurants that will charge you a lot more than $15.95 for this, and it's a massive size as well. Let's just dip it into the peppercorn. Guys, I've not even had the chips yet, but this steak with that sauce, this kind of combination for $15.95 is getting a HEYMAN. If you're a steak fan, if you like your steak, if you like your red meat, I think drive down to here. I'm in the Aston branch, but like I said, for their other branch in Birmingham, Ladypool Road, I'll leave that in the description. Assuming they're the same, try the steak. This is the ribeye. They have other steaks on the menu. This is just one of the cuts that I personally like. Give this a go. If you're a steak fan, give this a go. In fact, there aren't that many really good steakhouses that I could really name. I think they're few and far between. I think cooking good steak is quite difficult. I think sometimes people think it's a case of getting meat and just going ka-tsh, ka-tsh. But honestly, like the preparation of the meat, having good quality meat, letting it rest, basting it properly, I think it's a proper skill. That's why there aren't that many good steakhouses, because it's not easy to make a really good steak, particularly because everyone thinks that it's easy, right? $15.95, give that a go. You will not regret this. This is delicious. If I was driving around, I would get this again any day of the week. Guys, so I mentioned that mocktail earlier. I didn't even have it. So this is such a refreshing add-on to your meal. Obviously, I imagine they do like normal drinks. If you're coming to a nice place, nice seating, maybe you're taking the missus, maybe you're taking your family. I like to take my parents out quite a lot. Get something a little bit nicer. That's kind of where I am with that. But this is like a mixed grill, essentially. I think you could either have this as a starter for two, which I think is probably the way to go, or you can have it as a main, because there's quite a lot there. We've got a couple of chops, we've got chicken steak, we've got a couple of wings, and we've got, I think, a peri chicken leg as well. This actually comes with a naan or chips as well. So you could literally have this as a main or just share it. I feel like it's kind of perfect to share because there's two of everything. But look at the size of these chops, man. These are pretty big. I'm not gonna try and calculate the protein in these, but the lifter in me is telling me that this is a good choice to have after the gym. Let's try this. I love the sauce they use. It's marinated in something which is seeped into the meat. I like that it's not overly marinated. I think sometimes with maybe lower quality cuts of meat, maybe cheaper cuts, what people do is they try and mask the meat by adding a ton of flavor, a ton of spice. Here, I think they're quite confident in the actual meat itself. So it's like subtly spiced, but like the right amount. That, guys, is a really tasty chop. I like the charring. I think because I've left it, I've been chatting away. I've left it for like 20 minutes. It has gone a bit lukewarm, but honestly, it's been sat here for 20 minutes because I've been chatting away. I think if that was hot, it'd be much more tender, and it might have even got a HEYMAN. So I kind of feel a bit gutted. I kind of wish I had that straight away. Let me move on now to these wings. If my brother Munchbox is watching this, he's also a reviewer, guys. Go follow him, he's awesome. He does this thing with wings where he just puts the whole thing in and he pulls it out and only the two bones are left. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know why I segued into that. You probably thought I was gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna eat like a normal person. Munchbox is watching this and crying on the inside because I'm biting it like a normal person. I can't do that thing, man. But again, delicious. I love the I really love the flavorings they use on this because they don't oversaturate with flavor. It's like perfectly grilled, perfectly flavored. I think normally I prefer chops, but I think I prefer the wing. This is really good. I could order like a portion of 12 of these and just have these on their own. I really enjoy that wing. What we're gonna do though, talking of chicken, is move on to the leg and the chicken steak. Okay, so this is the chicken steak, guys. As you can see, I think that's like a breast that they've kind of like, not butterflied, but they've like sliced. So I'm gonna try that, and then we're gonna try the leg, and then I think we'll go for some dessert. So I'm gonna try this now, but I'm kind of up for dessert now actually, just a little bit. I do think they have a little bit on the menu, so I thought I'd give that a go because so far everything's been so good. So I'm hoping dessert kind of matches that. But let's try the chicken steak. Guys, even though I've been here chatting away for 20 minutes, it's still warm, it's still tender. As far as starters go, or like a mixed grill type thing, sometimes you get filler items. So you'll get maybe chops, wings, sometimes you get a bit of chicken, sometimes you get seed kebab. Maybe the seed kebab's a filler item. Something in there is like a weaker, if you will, item. Here, honestly, everything here has been incredibly close to a HEYMAN. The only reason I haven't dropped it, it's kind of my fault. I have left it for a while, so it's gone a bit lukewarm, but I feel like if I had it hot, it would be. So I'm a little bit gutted, I'll be honest with you guys. But this is about as close to HEYMAN as you can get without getting one. This is one of the best mixed grills I've had in Birmingham. So let me just give you another shot. This is fantastic, and it does come with a side, so like I think chips or like a naan bread. And then finally we're going to have this chicken and then a little bit of dessert, guys. Then I'll give you my final thoughts, but I think you guys know where I'm going with this. But I'll give you my final thoughts in a second. Can I do a retroactive HEYMAN? Is that allowed on the channel? This is the only time in my entire life I wish I dropped the HEYMAN, and I know if that was hot, I've said it like 5 times, but I mean it. This is such a good mixed grill. This is such a good mixed grill. You have to try this, guys, because it's got a little bit, I think, best of everything. Obviously it does have the steak, that's a separate dish, but it's got the chops, it's got the chicken steak, it's got the actual chicken leg, it's got the wings, it's got a little bit of everything. I fancy something sweet right now, so stick around for that, and then stick around for my final thoughts at the end as well. Right, so moving on to the brownie, which looks, to be fair, quite good, quite indulgent. It looks quite dense, which is what you want from a brownie. It's got a little bit of crisp up top. Honestly, I don't think I've ever had a dessert from a steakhouse before, but I just felt like I'd try it because everything else was good so far. That is a little bit of a cracking dessert. Listen, a little bit of ice cream, a little bit of indulgent chocolate, some little berries on the side there, but a little bit of chocolate sauce. That's as good, in my humble opinion, as you're going to get from any dessert house. If you like brownies, in a video full of surprises like the Bunner, which I will dream about. I will 100% have dreams about that Bunner for sure for the next 5 to 10 years. But this brownie as well, like, it's a bit of a surprise because honestly, like, I don't know, maybe it's my fault for judging. You come to like a place like this, I didn't expect to find a good dessert or a good curry. That's my bad. Now I've had it, I'm very happy I have, because that, guys, is more than serviceable. Very, very tasty. Guys, if you've noticed, I've magically transported to Ladypool Road. I was in Aston, but honestly, I just forgot to record the outro. I forgot to record, and I'm here because I'm going to do a collab with a different YouTuber called Jay. So I'm going to do that now. That's why I'm here. Final thoughts, man. What can I say? That's got to be one of the best steakhouses I've ever been to in my life. That is one of the best steakhouses ever. So highly, highly, highly recommend. That was the Aston branch. Here, actually, I'm quite right by the Ladypool Road branch. I'll leave their details in the description. If you guys want to see another video from my channel, just click up here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. This was such a good video. Highly recommend these guys, and I'll see you all in that next video. Bye 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 bye.